Hi. Yes, it's US government bullshit time again. I'll go back a few years now to a text blog I wrote back in February 2014 when I was kind of doing text blogs. Didn't do this as a video, but I am now. This has happened again, but let me recount an old story I had back in 2014. I bought some parts from Element 14 / Farnells here in Australia to be picked up at the local trade counter here. And, I gave them a few hours. Normally it takes them, not much time at all, but I gave them a few hours or whatever. Then I drove to the trade counter because I needed the parts that day. And they said, oh, no, sorry, we don't have them ready. And I went, well, I've given you at least 2 or 3 hours. Normally you have it done in no time at all. And they went, oh, let us check. They checked their system and they went, oh, it's been put on hold. And here's an actual screenshot that I got of their ordering system at the time. And sure enough, it was on hold. And they went, oh, we think this might be, well, I don't know. I don't remember the details. But anyway, let us, check. So they went away and checked it and said, oh, yeah, you were automatically put on hold because your name, David Jones, not my full name, not my 3-word full, not my middle name, just my name, David Jones, there it is, order placed by David Jones, was on a US government watch list. And my order was automatically flagged and put on hold until they could clear it. And I thought, you've got to be kidding. David Jones. How many David Joneses are there in the, so anyway, that was just ridiculously mind-blowing in its own right. And by the way, the CEO of, or the managing director, or whoever it was, of Element 14 Australia actually confirmed that they do actually check orders against this US government watch list. And as I wrote on my blog post here, let me get this straight. An Australian subsidiary of a UK parent company listed on the UK Stock Exchange has an ordering system that automatically matches generic names against a US government watch list for parts that most likely weren't manufactured in the US, that are stocked in Australia for an Australian customer, and they still have to flag it against the watch list. Why? This is the overreaching bullshit of the US government. The US is not involved at all in any of this. And yet my name was on a US government watch list, or at least David Jones is. And that brings me to, anyway, that was a bit of history from 2014. And by the way, that was, as far as I know, they're probably still doing this. And they said, oh yeah, we just manually clear it anyway, whatever. But it just happened to me again, but not Element 14. Ta-da! Digikey. I ordered some Digikey parts for my new microcurrent, and I had them, instead of being shipped to me, I have them shipped directly to my assembler here in Australia, because I get them assembled locally here, so there's no point double handling parts, get them automatically shipped. So I put the name, who shall remain anonymous, I've blanked it out here, of my assembler. And here's the email I just got. The name, blank, on your sales order is a close match to a US denied party. This is effectively the same thing, your watch list, denied party list, or whatever. I believe it's the same system that's in place here. Please provide the full name, date of birth, and year of birth of blank as it appears on a government-issued identification card. This information is for internal use only. We will make a note of the information on your record for our future reference. In order to having to contact you for this information, we'll keep the information confidential. You're damn well right you'll keep it confidential, but why the hell are you doing this for parts exported to Australia? This is ridiculous. Unbelievable. Anyway, I actually checked, it's not Joe Blog's name. The name is kind of, Spanish, Mexican-y type name. Sorry to the person involved here. I don't know your, background, but it's it's a very common sort of Mexican name or whatever, something like that. But anyway, but it's not Osama bin Laden Mohammed, right? Even if it was, like, orders from Digikey should not be held for bullshit like this. Generic names. This is not the person's full name. They haven't done a cross match. They're just doing generic, first name, last name. And it's like, I actually checked how many of this full name is in the US. There's over 2,300 of them. Not as common as David Jones, but like, it's not exactly a unique name. So it's like, potentially 2,300 other people would be caught in this same bullshit. Unbelievable. I have not had this before, but I did order under my Australian, usually I order under my Digikey US account. This time I ordered for some reason under my Australian US account. So I'm not sure if I've done that before for my local supplier, but anyway, it's complete and utter overreaching government bullshit. And like, Digikey will come out in defense, oh, we have to do it, it's a government requirement. Well, bloody screw you. Screw the US government, screw the whole system. It's ridiculous. Anyway, end of rant. If you've been caught up in this sort of bullshit before, then please leave it in the comments down below. And comment away if you think this is right. Should they cross-reference generic names like this? And for parts that are being exported to Australia? Anyway, discuss down in the comments. Catch you next time.